Hi, I'm Daniel Comp. I'm the co-founder of Intelligent Netwear and Wellness by Choice, along with Angelina Musik. I just recently thought of a book that I'd read decades ago, very appropriate for this introduction. The book title is called "It Was on Fire When I Laid Down on It." And the title comes from a story that a journalist was gathering of a man who was recovering from smoke inhalation in his hospital bed. Apparently, he was at home, having a smoke, got drowsy, and went to bed, setting his bed on fire, waking up in the hospital. Unexpected outcomes from common events around us is what I'm thinking about. And we're entering an era of rapidly accelerating change. Things are changing at a faster pace than we've ever seen before as a species. The reason for this introduction is to give you an emotional haw, for me to build a bridge from myself to you, to help give you an insight into everything that's going around us, and to interest you in utilizing a tool that we've developed to help further an outcome that you're very, very passionate about and very interested in. So if you, well, let me put the tool here in the middle, and this is a combination of a digital franchise or our fractals or LiveCopy or all of that bundled together, which gets the truth out better and in more places than the large systems with systemic influence in them. I can name all kinds of brands, but you click on them all day long. We have a system that you'll be very interested in any one of these camps. If you're an author, an expert, or someone that has a mission that you'd like to accomplish, we want to talk to you. If you are a corporation, if you're a business with a brand, if you're a church or a nonprofit, and you have a cause that you really care about and that you really want to see get out there, we really want to talk with you. And if you're an individual that would really appreciate an opportunity to use the skills you have and maybe step up out of the basement or get your education paid for, you too will be very interested in what we're doing. So at the end of this tour that you're going to go through at your own pace, with the things that are there, they'll really help you to think, hopefully some thoughts that you've not yet considered and yet you've been aware. It's like a scotoma, right? A blind spot that we have that our brain compensates for. So ask yourself, what do you have in common with chickens who get fed to click and the frog in the pot of water? That's what's coming up. I'll see you at my desk and show you a preview. So welcome to Well for Life, and what you've got are these 6 tabs that you can click through, but in sequence we'll go through them so that you know what's coming up. I make the case for systemic influence, something going on all around us that's feeding chickens for clicking, just like the frog and the pot of water. If you might remember that story, you can watch this video and I detail how that happens. Particularly 3 points on walled gardens. You may see that in the news quite a bit. In this video and the one below it, I can do some demonstrations of that. Fake and faux, types of things that our brain likes to find more of and feed ourselves, and then popular but not accurate. In these very enlightening videos, bottom line of those is that information walls constrict democratization of truth and knowledge, just like feeding chickens, and they compound into outcomes that we celebrate or regret. We click on strategy. Now we're going to talk about the wellness movement. Basically, if you have 10,000 hours of tweaks, then you can create movement. And here is Peter Diamandis in the top half of this. You can learn who he is if you're not familiar with him. And up-to-date statistics, if you click the bottom half of this, on the evidence of abundance for 2017. The method of creating tribes by Seth Godin. His book is highlighted in the top half, and if you don't know who he is, there's a great introduction video if you click on this about making tweaks. The tipping point. Malcolm's book gives all evidence on that. Again, video on that, and to meet Malcolm and learn more about who he is. The basic point that we have on strategy is about how to start a movement. That's what we know to do. Derek Sivers has got a really great video here for you to watch if you've never seen this dancing man, and you'll find out that this diffusion of innovations curve fits all movements, whether it's the dancing man, those pointed out in the tipping point, building a tribe, and in all the evidence that Peter brings for us. So next would be the tactics. The tactics we're using in putting this software to work to build a movement, to promote the truth that you care about, is this idea of fiduciary, right, which means to not have a hidden agenda. And there's a lot that I'm learning about how to turn bacteria into bread. This is a very sensitive process that takes little tiny changes that you tweak. But I've had a couple of interesting home runs in the past doing some really big things along with Angelina that we've seen this happen in the marketplace and been a part of that. Basically, it's about meeting a need, and I hope even to do this to create this sense of aha, right here within this. Tony will talk about fiduciary in the financial markets, but it's the same process as growing yeast. One of the really big points on tab 3 is to grab this idea. The amount of information being transferred over the internet is switching from a text base to a video base, but video is not searchable. The only way you can search video is through a transcription, and that's at the heart of the services and program and project and platform that we're doing. That's where LiveCopy comes into play. And it's really good to read through how we've digested this, but imagine having access to a fan-funded, fan-written, fan-reviewed, and fan-promoted platform for your book. Something that's rich in handheld guidance, engaging recognition, content development, amplified outcomes, where the outcome is greater visibility, greater credibility, greater sales, and greater bookings. That's what LiveCopy does for authors and creative people and people with a mission. And then we back that up with our proprietary, really local syndication. In other words, we have a technology that we have created over the last 20 years that's able to put you instead of them. Things that you care about at the top. And you can click through all of these websites to see that we've already built the platform up front, even for specific niches. You can watch this video on the details of it. But if we click on evidence, we'll actually show you in real time the evidence where our syndication of the content created through our platform dominates. So here you see real-time results for Dr. Chan's subject matter, where he's got the first 3 of 10 on page 1. Here, John has got number 1, nationwide, not just really local. And Dr. Taz, number 1 and number 2. You can click on these and actually get the results. So wellness coaching can save lives. And as you'll see here, thank you for the opportunity. There's clickbait right there. Here is John's, out of 3 million, his video is number 3 nationwide. And that's just one example that we syndicated for him. So to wrap up, thanks for watching the video. I invite you to click through. Angelina and I would love to have a conversation with you about things that you really care about. You can read our reviews, as you see from Dr. Chan here. He's one of the first physicians through our system, and his surprise that it's not about our platform, it's not about the technology, but it's about our hand-holding. It's about the strategy that we bring with the tools together. And just like the word fiduciary, we don't have a hidden agenda. We really are authentic people, backed up by testimonies of our clients for decades now. We look forward to having a conversation with you specifically about the thing that you really care about and how we can help further that cause and to a greater outcome. All right, thanks a lot.